Now, in case some of these fragrances that I'm about to mention are your favorite and or you do suffer from the fear of missing out, then this video might just be for you. Hi Forum, my name is Manny, aka CascadeScents, and if you are at all interested in perfume, cologne, or I guess fragrance in general, well thank you for stopping by. I'm not a fragrance expert, just a fragrance enthusiast, and if you are either one of those, then again you might find this informative and or edutaining. Today's topic is of course on fragrances that I think you should buy right now, but as always, 500 likes and a lucky one of you random subscribers in the comments will be the recipient of an assorted niche fragrance sample pack. I'll post a lucky recipient's comment to the top at random. So again, if you want to be eligible, please like, subscribe, and comment. That being said, we might as well get to why some of these fragrances are fragrances that I think you should buy right now if you like them, or again, if you do fear of missing out. So we might as well get to the first one because we do have a lot to get through here. This one is called Allure, Homme, Édition, Blanche, Eau Papa by Chanel. Now some of you might be wondering, why should I give Ahab a second look if I don't already have it yet, and or if I already do have it, why should I stock up on it? And honestly, it's not because it's discontinued or maybe it is going to eventually get that way, but I'm starting to see less and less places stock it now. Like I personally have owned a 100 ml Eau Papa in the past, a 50 ml, and now this is my second 50 ml. And when I picked this up because I needed to, because I ran out of the previous bottle, I asked the SA there, are you going to get any more of these in, because I did get their last bottle too. She personally said she had no idea, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm not trying to lead anyone on, because I don't think she was trying to lead me on by insinuating anything like it was going to be discontinued or not. But one thing is for damn sure is that some of the local stockists, at least around me, at least the smaller ones, are actually not ordering this in. Maybe eventually their buyers will try to push some of this out there, but from what I see, not right now. At least not to the extent of a Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum or Parfum. So if you're at all intrigued by and or really like this pink peppery kind of gourmand take on lemon and vanilla with a little bit of woods, then definitely jump on this at your local stockist if you can. That or online, because this is seemingly still stocked on the Chanel website pretty much everywhere. So the international site, the US website, you know what I mean. Absolutely love this offering. It makes my summer list almost all the time, and I'll always have a bottle with me. Nonetheless, we might as well move on to the next fragrance that I think you should buy right now. It's called Homme Parfum by Christian Dior. Now, anyone who knows anything about this lovely dark ass juice is that it is an exclusive to the EU. Like barring actual duty frees, which might seldom stock it even here in North America or UK or other parts of the world, for the most part, if you're looking at actual ADs or stockists like Sephora, for example, then you're not going to find it at your local Sephora here in North America. Again, you'd have to go to somewhere like the European Union. And hell, if you are going there on vacation or something, it might be better for you to get this over there than getting it online from like a US domestic discounter. A, you might potentially get samples with said purchase, and B, this thing is actually kind of hard to find discounted recently. So I'm not saying buy this right now because of potential discontinuation, because that doesn't seem like it's going to be the case out there in Europe. Again, I still see this at stockists, ADs, duty frees, and whatnot. It's just I'm starting to see this less on platforms where a lot of the online fragrance community like buying fragrances for less. And if I do see these on those platforms, it's close to retail. Close to retail, if not a little bit more even. So if you want a bona fide classy winter beast in that Dior Homme DNA laced with that leather, definitely pick up Dior Homme Parfum wherever you can. Again, to why it's harder to be found discounted recently is kind of weird, just because I know when it debuted in 2014, its retail price was 102.50 euro. Now it's 112 euros, so who knows? So yeah, I do think it is in your best interest to get this if you haven't yet, and or restock on it if you like it. Yeah, I know it's powerful as hell. I'm probably not going to have to restock on it myself, but oh, I just love this stuff. Now let's move on to the third juice that I think you should pick up if you haven't yet, or if you just want to, again, restock on it. It's called Gucci Pour Homme 2 by Gucci. Also got a couple more of these on deck too, because if I ever had a signature scent ever, it was definitely this. Deadass throughout my later teenage years and in college, I was just wearing this all day. I really loved its versatile, spicy take on tea and myrrh. Just a very unique kind of signature scent fragrance. And the reason to why I think you should pursue this signature scent fragrance is because it is actually discontinued. Yes, for a while it was discontinued, and you could still find it on the discounters online, as well as Sephora online, and maybe some Sephoras in brick and mortar locations, but that is suddenly just not the case recently. Just saying, if you do get lucky finding this in one of those avenues, definitely pursue it. And right now I think your best bet is finding these at maybe a discount fragrance outlet, brick and mortar location. I'm going to presume that the price won't be too inflated either. So again, if you can get it for retail or slightly less, you know what to do. But now let's move on to one of my other bays during my college years. This one is called Play Intense by Givenchy. Now, much to my disappointment, unfortunately, the Play line has been discontinued circa 2019 by Givenchy. Clearly, this brand wants to focus more on the Givenchy Gentleman line, and who could blame them? That's their bread and butter, and to my knowledge, it is doing well despite not as much riffraff coming from that camp in comparison to, you know, the Savages of the world. And yeah, I can't just blame them because stuff that looks like this is kind of antiquated. This citrusy, kind of aromatic take on coffee just kind of smells dated. Designer perfume has to evolve to a certain extent, and despite how unique this was at the time, it just feels notably of that time. So if you're potentially into a more versatile take for a gourmand, you know, for the fall or winter months, then this is perfect. Your best bet of finding this is not at the Sephora website anymore, unfortunately, but you could still potentially find this at your brick and mortar Sephoras that are in my country of Canada. I've been seeing these still at some of the drugstores. So again, I should kind of sweep some of these up because, you know, I love this scent, but you should too if any of those aforementioned reasons tickles your fancy. So retail or less, again, you know what to do. And good God, if you do so happen to see this on an online discounter, it's pretty much a wrap. That page might crash, just saying. And last but not least, the final fragrance that I think you should pick up if you can, it's Girl by Pharrell Williams. Now, I'm not gonna lie for them, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This is the only scent on this list that I actually hate. To me, it's just a chemically inducing headache. The peppery opening kind of attacks me here, and then the rest is just this vegetal, woody mess that I just don't agree with personally. And it's sad because I'm a fan of Pharrell's, I'm a fan of Comme des Garçons, who Pharrell had did this for him. I like how you could pick this up for $135 US off of the Dover Street Market website, where you could see Comme des Garçons do their other collaborations with other artists. But from a using / collecting standpoint, I just don't like this. So, you know what? I guess you might be wondering, why did I pick this up in general? Honestly, for them, I just love the bottle. And it's funny because I saw on Fragrantica, a lot of people aren't a fan of this bottle. They think it's kind of tacky looking or whatnot. And maybe you might lean in that direction if you're looking for something a little bit more classic, but something that's a little bit more forward and street chic like this, which is actually designed by one of my favorite artists in Cause, I just think is super sick and kind of agrees with me. And if you don't believe me, check this out. We got some of the Sesame Street gang here with those Cause eyes. I picked these plushes up at Uniqlo because he had a collaboration with Sesame Street and Uniqlo. So naturally, of course, I think that's really cool on some nostalgia shit. So with that being said, and the rising potential of these toys going up in price, this might happen too. And again, I know what you might be thinking. I like the bottle, but for $135 US, I don't like the scent. Why on earth would I get it? What if I told you though that you can get 4 of these bottles for that retail price? Deadass, right now, go to fragrancenet.com if you are domestic to the US and or Canada or wherever FragranceNet does ship. With their best discount code, this thing is going for just under $30 US, and I think this is the package with a 10 ml decant. So there's a lot of value to be had here if you do like the scent and or if you just want to collect like myself. Again, if you are like myself, if you don't like this scent, at worst you do have a paperweight from an artist that you like, presuming you do like Cause as well. Look up his work if you haven't yet, and again, you can have some of it that's technically discontinued right now for a hell of a bargain. So there it is for him. Hopefully some of these deals do come your way. So again, if you have anything to say for yourselves, or if you guys have any suggestions for me to pick up some of the fragrances you know out there for some of the aforementioned reasons I mentioned for these fragrances, again, please let me know in the comment section below. Again, don't forget, 500 likes and one of you random subscribers' comments in the comment section below will be pinned to the top, so you'll be the lucky recipient of an assorted niche fragrance sample pack. So again, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you've yet to. But until then, for him, that's about it for me. Thank you again for the ongoing support. Take care, peace out, bye. Where are your fragrances?